Hello, BookTube. This is a combination mail haul and book haul. We finally have a nice blue skied, somewhat cool and crisp day. It's unseasonably warm up here this year, which is a little strange. But the beer gets darker with the cooler weather, and I like darker beer. And we decided to take a little bit of a trip this morning, and I managed to find some books. But then when I got home, somebody in Boston named Steve Donoghue kindly sent me a package. Big, thick thing. So let's, I'm not even going to try to rip it apart like he does. Let me take a... I got little kid scissors. Everybody's doing crafts. My children are doing crafts this weekend because they're preparing our car for a trunk or treat. So my daughter especially is very artistically creative. So, oh, I think I know what this is. Oh yes. Excellent. Look at that. Iran, A Modern History. Abbas Amanat. This is very nice. Yale University Press, New Haven and London, 2017. Oh, it's beautifully illustrated too. Look at this. I was talking to Steve a little bit in the comment section that I really feel like my background knowledge of Iran is somewhat limited. And they've always played a big role in history during my lifetime, for sure. And I've known, in college I knew some fellow Iranian students, and then in the military. Oddly enough, I'm old enough, so I knew some Iranian people who were, I don't know what you call them, liaisons, or they were training, or what it was. So anyhow, thank you very much, Steve. This is very nice. Some of these other books that I found in my book haul would also be ones familiar. Well, they may all be familiar to Mr. Donoghue, but they're ones that I've heard him mention before. So I'm going to start off with a set of books I found that was not complete. And if any of you have been out and seen my shelf tours, I do that sometimes. And that was, in this case, the set is Dumas Malone's Jefferson the Virginian. I was reminded of this set that I had years ago. So this is the first volume. This is Jefferson the Virginian. I got each one of these for $6. And then the second volume is Jefferson and the Rights of Man. This one was published in Little Brown and Company out of Boston. It was published in 1951, but this is the 11th printing. And I should probably show you that on the first one. So the first one was if I can get the pages, there we go. My fingers aren't working. Boston, Little Brown and Company. And that one was 1948, but this is the 17th printing. And they do have, they are illustrated. So then we move right along to, the next one I have is the third one, Jefferson and the Ordeal of Liberty. And this one was Boston, Little Brown and Company, 1962, and this is the 7th printing. And again, they do have, I'll find a section of, they are illustrated. But then I missed the 4th one. I get the 5th one, and I don't have the 6th one either. So here's the 5th one. Jefferson the President, second term, 1805 to 1809. This is Boston Little Brown and Company, 1974. And this one is the second printing. So I am going to have to find the what is it? The fourth and the sixth ones in this set. But it's $6 a piece, and with them sitting right there, I couldn't resist grabbing them. So maybe I'll go online or something like that and try to find them. The next book is Donland Encounters, Indians and Europeans in Northern New England, edited by Colin G. Calloway. And Calloway has done some great histories about the encounters between the Europeans and the people they found when they arrived on these shores. And he specializes in New England, but he's done other things. So it's Donland Encounters, Indians and Europeans in Northern New England, compiled and edited with an introduction by Colin G. Calloway, University Press of New England, Hanover, and London. And this would have been 1991. So it does have some illustrations, not a whole lot. Let me see here. Colin G. Calloway collects for the first time documents describing the full range of encounters of Indians and Europeans in northern New England during the colonial era. His comprehensive and highly readable introduction to the subject of Indian and European interaction in northern New England covers early encounters, missionary efforts, diplomacy, war, commerce, and cultural interchange, and features a wide range of primary sources, including narratives, letters, account books, treaties, and council proceedings. Together with period illustrations, the documents testify to the richness and variety of inter-ethnic relations in northern New England. They also show that while conflict certainly occurred, the encounters were also marked by cooperation and accommodation. So Calloway, who for a long time lived in my little hometown of Bellows Falls, Vermont. I don't think he lives there anymore, nor do I. Is now, I believe, a professor at Dartmouth, across the river over here. But he used to be, I think, when he wrote this, he was actually associate professor of history at University of Wyoming. So, Donland Encounters. Then the next thing here, I've already done a shelf tour on my Bernard Cornwell books, and the only one of the Novel of Arthur series that I had of Cornwell, even though I have an awful lot of his stuff, is I had The Winter King in a large trade paper. Well, I found the next two in large trade papers. I found Excalibur. Well, let's go in order. I found Enemy of God, a novel of Arthur, by Bernard Cornwell. And this is 1996, and it looks like it's the 12th printing. And then I found Excalibur, the third in the series. St. Martin's Griffin, New York, they both are. This is the Warlord Chronicles 3, and this is the 12th printing, and it was published in 97. So getting these two to go with my Winter King, I'll do a little better here. It was very, very exciting. So that cleans that out, and I gotta have a sip here. And then the next thing, I'm usually not much of a paperback collector. I do have paperbacks, mass market paperbacks. I tend to get rid of them, but I'm also the nostalgic type. So when I saw these all for 50 cents a piece, and that's about what they're worth, I had no choice. I had to get them, and I'll find a place to put them. And the first of these is The Son of Tarzan, Edgar Rice Burroughs, the only authorized edition, complete and unabridged. Number 4. A little bit of binding wear. And this one, the cover art's by Neil Adams. Originally it was published in 1915. This is a 1981 13th printing. So if you want to see that art a little, I'll see if I can do that without glare. Not too bad. Then I got number 5, Tarzan and the Jewels of Opar. And that was Ballantine Books, New York. These are all Ballantine books, and they're all in the same cover series. And this one is, again, the cover art by Neil Adams. And this is the 11th printing of 1980. Next is number 6, Jungle Tales of Tarzan, Edgar Rice Burroughs. Ballantine Books again. And this one's cover art, Neil Adams, and it is the 12th printing of 1981. Number 7 is Tarzan the Untamed. Look at that. And that is, again, Ballantine Books, New York. They all are. This time the cover art's by Boris Vallejo, whose stuff I love. This is the 9th printing of 1980. So let's get a little better close-up of that art. Look at that. Then, number 8 is Edgar Rice Burroughs, Tarzan the Terrible, Ballantine Books. Hopefully you can see and appreciate that. Maybe a little, this is the close-up. And that is, again, Boris Vallejo, and it's the 11th U.S. printing of July 82. We have number 9, Tarzan and the Golden Lion. They're not in perfect shape, but I'd love to reread them. Ballantine Books, New York. Boris Vallejo for the art, and the 8th U.S. printing of December of 1979. Then we have Tarzan and the Ant-Men, which is number 10. Edgar Rice Burroughs, Ballantine Books, New York. And this is, again, cover art by Boris Vallejo. And it's the 10th U.S. printing, March 82. We have number 23. I'm probably getting all out of... Well, let me try this. Now, let me go this way. We have number 11, Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. Again, Ballantine Books, New York. Edgar Rice Burroughs. Cover art by Boris Vallejo, and this is the 10th U.S. printing of April 1982. Then we have number 12, Edgar Rice Burroughs, Tarzan and the Lost Empire. There you go. This cover is by Boris Vallejo, and it's 10th U.S. printing, October 82. Then we go to number 14, Tarzan the Invincible. Ballantine Books, Edgar Rice Burroughs, New York. This was 8th printing of 82, and it's Neil Adams again. I'll give you a better close-up of that. Then we have number 16, Tarzan and the City of Gold, Edgar Rice Burroughs, Ballantine Books again. That one is cover art by Neil Adams, and this is 9th printing of March 84. Next is Edgar Rice Burroughs and the Lion Man. Now, that's a wild cover. And this is Ballantine Books, New York, 1984, excuse me. So that's the 8th U.S. printing. And we have number 18, Edgar Rice Burroughs, Tarzan and the Leopard Men, Ballantine Books, New York. And that is cover cover art by Neil Adams. 7th U.S. printing, March 1981. Then we had Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tarzan in the Forbidden City. Another great cover. Number 20. Cover art, Boris Vallejo. 10th U.S. printing, August 1984. And Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tarzan the Magnificent. And that's Ballantine Books, New York. Again, look at that. And we have Ballantine Books, New York. Cover illustration by Boris Vallejo. And it's 7th printing, U.S. printing, July 1981. And finally, we have number 23, Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tarzan and the Madman. And look at this. And that is cover art, Boris Vallejo, 7th printing, U.S. printing, July 1982. So, a great mail haul and book haul day. Thank you, Steve. And we had a good time, and we're hoping that it gets a little cooler around here pretty soon, because this weather is really, really strange. So, thank you, BookTube.